Sean ustedes bienvenidos a Sesiones. Mi nombre es Alejandro Franco y les doy la más cordial bienvenida a mi programa. El día de hoy les tengo una banda espectacular de Kentucky. He dicho en diferentes medios y en diferentes ocasiones que hay un antes y un después de ver a esta banda y ya ustedes me dirán si es cierto o no y veremos también si se logra transmitir eso a través de la televisión, que estoy seguro que sí. Gracias a la gente que me acompaña el día de hoy, que creo que está igual de emocionada que yo. Y bueno, así, de esta manera damos inicio al programa del día de hoy y los dejo con My Morning Jacket.
Should I close my eyes and prophesize, hoping maybe someday come? Should I wet the ground with my old tears and crying over what's been done? Should I lift the dirt and plant the seed, even though I never grown? Or should I wet the ground with the sweat from my brow and believe in my good work, my good work, my good work, my good work? Baby, I'm flying up above, looking down on the tired earth, but I can see potential speaking to you, speaking through you, from all of heaven's possibilities. Power, hey, do you know how it works? Hey, do you know that the meek, they shall inherit the earth? But you should work, yeah, you should work, yeah, for the self and the should I hit the wall or stay on dry land, even though I never swam? Take the shift into the bush, though at first there is no path. Taste the war paint on my tongue as it's dripping with my sweat. Place my gaze in the future's path, seeing things that ain't come yet. Hope to watch the victory dance after the day's work is done. Hope to watch the victory dance in the evening's setting sun. Hope to watch the victory dance over many nights to come. Hope to watch the victory dance in the evening's setting day's work is gone. For to that the victory in the evening's setting sun. For to that the victory over many lies to come. For to that the victory in the evening's setting sun. Setting sun. Going nowhere or quickly. I am older day by day, still going back to my childhood way. Christ will come. You think you'll find yourself out there, out in the lion's den. It's a bloody battle over belief systems. I disappear into the vacuum, total neutrality. Well, you can't lose something, but nothing can be gained. Well, any way you cut it, we're just feeling real, yeah. Out on the circuit, over the hollow grill. Out on the circuit, over the hollow grill, yeah. And up in the same place that we started out. Right back in the same place. Right back in the same place that we started out.
Chalk it up to youth, but young age I ain't dissing. I guess I just had to get it out of my system, out of my system, out of my system. Oh Lord, I'd never do it now. I know what I ain't missing. Glad I went and got it all out of my system. Lust of youth versus married security. I'm glad I'm here now, but just between you and me, I had to get out and make the deals and learn to know how it feels without it in Rio. Out of my system, oh, out of my system. There's a way to have it all, you know, I ain't kidding. Some things I know I'll never get out of my system. face, but your eyes won't hide it. You knew it all along, but never made it clear. They told me not to steal cars, said I'd wind up in prison. Thought I knew it all, yeah, I wouldn't listen. Chalking up to young age when youth I ain't dissing. I guess I just had to get it out of my system. Out of my system. Oh, out of my system. That I did it all, now I know what I ain't missing. That I really got it all. Out of the door. We'd like to welcome one of our oldest pals, Mr. M. Ward, to the stage with us. It matters to me. Took a long time to get here, but if it would have been easy, I would not have cared. Like a tropical forest, like a cop on the beat, when all is in order, you get lost in the heat. I feel so wonderful, wonderful, wonderful the way I feel so wonderful, wonderful now, ooh, wonderful the way I feel. Doesn't matter to me. I could take it or leave it. I can learn from way back when you still live right now. With the sun on my shoulder and the wind in my back, I will never grow older, at least not in my mind. I feel so wonderful, wonderful, wonderful the way I feel. I feel so wonderful, wonderful, wonderful the way I feel. So wonderful, wonderful the way I
that was intense. It is always like that. That's the amazing thing with you guys live.
Thank you.
It's fucking terrific. I love your show. Your live act is fucking great and is better than ever, I think.
Thank you.
I want to start talking about the Circuital album because you know what, I hate you a little bit because I haven't had time to listen to more records because I have like more than a year listening to that album almost every day.
That's awesome. You've got impeccable taste.
So my wife is the same, so we're like some kind of obsessed with the album.
That's
and
awesome.
and I know that you recorded it in a church.
Yeah,
So
we
tell me a
recorded it-
story about it.
We recorded it in a church gymnasium, actually,
Okay.
and a church. There's a church, and then next door is this beautiful, really old, early 1900s gymnasium that had beautiful wooden floors and tiled ceiling, and just a really magical place. And we set up camp in there, and yeah, just the five of us and Tucker Martine and Kevin Ratterman, and it was like an odyssey into being at Boy Scout camp again or something. You know, it was like being a kid again. It was awesome.
And did you record it like live? Like
Yeah, we went for everything live. We just brought a tape machine in, and there were no computers in there, or no internet or air conditioning or anything, so it was very
no air
great. It
conditioning.
was hot. It was very, very hot. But we visited the,
How much days?
about a month, right, roughly.
How do you make an album that way? I mean, live. Do you need to have different takes and listen to everyone to catch the best, or how is the process?
Exactly. It's kind of an experiment, just sonically, and then trying to find the take that everybody's happy with. Because we've always tried to get takes where Jim feels good about the vocals, and to try to catch that lightning in a bottle with all five of us takes some time.
Yeah, that was the really cool thing, trying to get. That's what I really wanted to do for this record, was get the vocal live too.
Yes.
Because all of our records we've done pretty much live, except for the first couple. But ever since we've been a band, we get all the music live, and then we'll overdub some more stuff on top of it or whatever. But usually all the time I would end up redoing the vocal. But on this album, I wanted to get the main vocal live, so it was part of an emotional performance with the band. And then we stacked some other vocals on top of it, and played with that kind of stuff. But we wanted to get the core of the thing with all five of us live, so we could all go back in the room and go, yeah, that was awesome, or that sucked, that was horrible, or whatever.
And then you don't face the problem that many bands have, to take a wonderful album to the live act, because sometimes it's very difficult. Like to make the sounds you are already rehearsed.
We
every
experienced
part.
that. Well, with our last record, we kind of did that. It was very hard when we started trying to figure out how to play it live. And this record was the opposite. It was very easy to come and play it live.
And I also have the sense that in this particular tour, you try, and I think you made it. I just told you, but you're trying to involve the people in an epic way, in an epic trip, because it's always like very amazing for a person that look at you at the first time in the live act, and it's always like an after, and I mean it's always before and after with you guys. So how do you plan the whole thing to go live all around the world?
I think the first thing is we just try to make it feel good for the five of us, and we always try to take it on a trip individually for the five of us, and hopefully, by giving that to the crowd, they kind of feed back to us, and then we feed off their energy, and so forth. But I think we've always been really concerned and took a lot of time and attention to putting on a great live show. It's something that's really important to us.
Tell me about M-Ward appearance in tonight's show, because I have to thank you also for that.
M is one of our dearest, oldest pals. He's
you have this other project, Monsters.
Yeah,
of
we're in
Folk.
another band together
Yeah.
called Monsters of Folk, and M's just always been a big inspiration to us, and he's like part of us. He's always welcome wherever we are. And,
There's a bunch of guys that are together touring and doing music.
yeah, we're very fortunate. I mean,
Conor Oberst.
yeah, we've met so many wonderful people through touring that we are lucky to call friends, and collaborators and
Yes.
play with. Yeah, we're very, very, very fortunate in that regard.
How did the band start to happen in a serious way back in? Did you start it in Kentucky? And how does it start for real? Like when you feel like, okay, this is heading to somewhere.
Well, it just kind of started as me and my 4-track I was just making songs and stuff, and then my cousin invited me to come out to his studio. He was building a studio at his farm outside of Louisville where we live. So I went out there, and the two of us started playing, and we started building these songs that were turning into more full arrangements and stuff than just me and an acoustic guitar. So we did a couple open mic nights together, and it was fun, but we were like, let's rock, let's keep going. You know, so we wanted to keep building the band, and it just kind of, you know, kept building. And then I was sending out demo tapes, and trying to send out demo tapes in all these weird boxes. Like we would spray paint boxes silver and have stuffed animal heads popping out of them and blood all over them, or anything we could do to get people to notice them.
Okay.
You know, because, well, back then that was before the internet, and you had to mail demo tapes and stuff to people.
Of course.
And, you know, people get a pile of manila envelopes on their table.
Totally get you. Yes, it's very difficult to get someone's attention.
Luckily we
this
did, though.
yeah.
I wrote a love letter to this record label called Darla, pretending like they were a girl and I was in love with her, and like wrote him this love letter and made her this mixtape and stuff, and it got through. And that was the big exciting moment for us when we first got signed to a little label like that.
You actually got a call, or
Yeah.
how was it?
James, the owner of Darla, called me, and
Thanks
we
for the
started
letter.
emailing. Yeah,
I'm in love with you.
it was beautiful.
Well, let me go to a commercial break and be right back. Bueno, My Morning Jacket está en la casa. Creo que la estamos pasando muy bien. Es un hecho que la estamos pasando muy bien. Vamos a ir a un corte y vamos a regresar. Vamos a platicar un poco más con ellos y les voy a contar qué está pasando de especial en el programa el día de hoy, además de tener los invitados. No se vayan, están en sesiones. Ya estamos de regreso aquí en Sesiones. Estoy con My Morning Jacket. I have to tell you guys that this is the season finale of the show.
Oh, cool.
So we always try to choose bands that we are actually fans and not only tape the show and that's it. Every band is special, of course, but for us it's a great honor to have you here in the last episode of this
It's an honor to be here. Thank you for having us.
Thank you. Le decía a My Morning Jacket que estamos haciendo el día de hoy el último capítulo de la temporada 7 y creo que lo estamos cerrando con broche de oro. Así es que bueno, un aplauso para ustedes que están aquí también. I have heard like several covers of you to Elvis Presley, and I have to say I'm a huge fan not only of Elvis. I have a TCV tattooed here and a Johnny Cash in the left side. So I'm a huge fan. I went to a trip from New Orleans to Tennessee through the Mississippi Delta, and I'm always very excited about that kind of moment of American music. And I feel that you have not only respect, but you also have too much references to that kind of music and to that kind of era. Am I wrong, or you're like that?
Oh yeah, we're big fans of that kind of music. Yeah, especially that early beautiful country music in the old days when country music was real. I mean, there's still real people playing country music now, obviously, but
before it became an industry,
it's turned into such a gigantic industry that's so plastic. But yeah, I mean, we look back at that era a lot, you know, but I think now there's still real music of real depth being made, but it's just a little bit, you have to poke a little bit below the surface.
Yes.
Whereas back then it was so cool that, you know, Johnny Cash was a giant star, and he was also an amazing musician and singer.
And there was a time when you can not notice the difference between rock and roll and country music.
Yeah, you
Was
mean how
almost
they
the same.
mixed? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was
Which
so many great.
could be your favorite ones from that era? Yeah, country, blues, rock and roll,
Like Roy
the beginnings.
Orbison.
Roy Orbison.
Hank Williams.
Yeah.
And Elvis Presley, of course.
Yeah, I like a lot. I'm really in love with, there's a studio in Nashville called RCA Studio B, where they recorded a lot of the great songs, a lot of the great Elvis songs and Roy Orbison songs, and the room has a sound. It's like if you go there again, you've got to see it. It's awesome. They haven't changed it. It's still as it was in the 50s, and
So
we
it's
got to go.
in Nashville?
Yeah, in Nashville,
Okay.
Tennessee, and we got to go record there with Bobby Bear, who I don't know if you're a Bobby Bear fan or not, but he's you know awesome, and his son Bobby Bear Jr. And we got to record in RCA Studio B, and it was like stepping into the time machine of Elvis and Roy Orbison and Johnny Cash, and it was amazing. It was unbelievable.
Do you think right now, nowadays, that kind of music is becoming popular again?
Oh, it'll always be popular. It's like
Okay.
classical music, or it's just classic music. I mean, until there are no more humans on the earth, people will listen, you know.
To that kind of stuff.
Yeah, well, just
Yeah.
all the classic music, no matter what genre.
What about the bear and the toys and the whole set that you have?
There are
This is
spirit
a
animals.
Mexican poncho? Or
Yeah.
Yes?
Yeah.
Truly
which-
Mexican?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I don't know where it was
I hope
made,
so.
but I think it is.
Well,
Yeah.
Denise, who's
Yes.
the girl bear, Pooch's girlfriend, she's
Ah.
got a dress that
So
we
there's a
bought
relation
here.
between them.
Oh, yeah.
We bought a dress
That's
for
their
her here.
baby. That's their golden baby on top of my amp.
Okay.
Yeah, we got her a dress in El Centro 2 days ago.
Ah, really?
Yeah, the
In
black
Mexico?
dress.
New dress. She's wearing it right now.
Wow.
She's
Yeah.
around the corner, yeah.
Oh, that's
She looks
amazing.
beautiful.
Yeah. And we were talking we were talking the crew about the bears, and I think there's a story that you have to include them or to have it on the stage, or you just decided.
Yeah.
How was it?
Yeah, they're part of us. They're our totem, you know, our spirit totems. They watch
Okay.
over us. They help us. They bring a good vibe, good
Well,
energy.
You have good vibe and good energy for sure. And at what time are you going to plan another album? Are you going to take a rest? Because this tour was exhausting, I suppose.
Yeah, we're just at the end of this tour, and we're just actually making plans to, figuring out our calendars when to get together and start working on another record. So soon.
Do you have any plans for another live album?
Yeah,
maybe,
I don't know.
Maybe now.
We've been recording a lot of our shows over the last couple years, so we have tons of stuff recorded. So, yeah, I'm not sure. Sometimes we've actually been releasing the live shows as the tour happens. We did a couple shows in LA that we released already, but it was more of a bootleg.
Okay,
yeah,
I
and
guess.
Red
so.
Rocks.
So, yeah, who knows?
Well, guys, thanks a lot for being here.
Thank
Could
you.
please a little bit more for us?
Yeah,
Okay.
Absolutely.
let's
Well,
do
you
it.
very much.
Feel at home. Thank you. Thank you, Jim. Nice seeing you. Thanks a lot for being here in the show. Un aplauso para My Morning Jacket, que van a regresar al escenario. Y bueno, efectivamente, y como les decía, quiero tomar esta oportunidad para agradecerle, como siempre lo hacemos en un season finale, en un cierre de temporada, a toda la gente que involucra este programa en la producción, en la realización, en el booking, toda la gente que además no trabaja en el programa, pero que lo apoya y nos ayuda a hacer que las cosas pasen. Les estoy siempre agradecido y bueno, siempre en los cierres de temporada lo aprovechamos de sobremanera. Gracias también a la gente maravillosa que nos ha acompañado en cada uno de los shows. Un aplauso para todos ustedes, por favor. Y bueno, con esto me despido. Con esto ya nos vamos. Mi nombre es Alejandro Franco. Esto fue SesioneS temporada 7. Los dejo con My Morning Jacket.